Hey there and welcome back. This is Natasha from Crafting Extreme Love, and I am excited as always to return here to share a traveler's notebook process video. So I have used the Cocoa Daisy Simple Dori, which is their traveler's notebook for memory keeping, to create a ring bound traveler's notebook. Now it is just what this would be, just a standard traveler's notebook. This one is from Studio Calico, but all I did is disassembled it and cut it down the middle and put my hole punches in here once the pages are ready to go in this little mini album. So I used this kit. This is the July to the Sea kit, and I don't think much is still available, but go ahead and check out their website if you are interested. I live in Southwest Florida, and what I wanted to do is create a mini album of just different things that I love about my community and my local area. Living in Southwest Florida, it is all about the water and spending time outside. Right now it's pretty difficult with the heat, so we often are escaping to the pool. This is another one that I did here, and today I'm going to go ahead and share my process with you in creating a fun spread documenting my puppy's first trip to the dog beach. She had a blast. She is quite the active little pooch, so she's not that little, but I really wanted to document this moment. It was a ton of fun. So there she is in the middle there, and I felt that this cut file from Citrus Twist kits was pretty appropriate. And this kit here, the Wild at Heart, which I want to say was July's kit, which is really a good fit for my puppy Luna, as she is a wild thing. So today I've got the Simple Dori pages here, and then I've got a few other bits and bobs from Cocoa Daisy, and then I'm going to be blending that with some patterned papers, and like I mentioned, this cut file and some ephemera along with the stamp set from Citrus Twist. So I hope you enjoy following along if you're interested in seeing this process. To get started for this layout, I'm going to go ahead and add a thin strip of this pattern paper to the top of the right page. Now, when I first started pulling materials for this layout from my stash, I thought that I wanted to go ahead with a monochromatic look and just use a bunch of blues and teal seafoam colors. And then I saw this kit, and I had not played around with it too much, and I thought, you know what, I just need to have some fun with color, and I am so glad that I did. I love how this came out. I also hope that today's video will show you that when you are recording your memories, if it is in a traveler's notebook or a memory planner, however you choose to document your memories, it does not have to be a super lengthy process. This layout came together really quickly, and I always wonder, with traveler's notebooks, why don't I do these more often? They are so much fun, and they come together really easily, especially when you have a kit or you've already selected materials that you know you want to use for a specific layout. So to answer my own question of why don't I do this more, and maybe you're asking yourself the exact same question. I love watching YouTube videos of this. I have all the supplies, or maybe you have some supplies but you're just unsure where to start. I really found myself kind of stuck in the beginning when I was creating traveler's notebook layouts. I really had this misconception that traveler's notebook layouts had to be really elaborate scrapbook layouts with all these different elements and pieces, when in reality that's really not the case. There are some layouts that I get a little bit more detailed, and others are really simple. So my tip for you, which I have found incredibly helpful, is batch processing. Now, maybe this isn't the most glamorous solution or tip, but as a working professional, I know that I have to be really strategic with my time. Crafting is my most favorite thing, but I know I can get really lost in my head and, oh, what should I do? Should I pick this product? And then I spend so much time thinking about it that I don't actually ever get to anything. So what I've started doing is batching this. So I'll have all my photos printed. Now I don't print my photos for an entire month or everything that I still have left to document. I'll go ahead and I'll print several photos. Once I have my photos printed and trimmed to the right size, I go ahead and look at the materials. Now you can do this vice versa. You can go ahead and look at the products that you have and then pull the photos that you would like to use based off of the product. But for me, I typically go from the photos then to the product. So I'll go through the recent kits that I've received, something that I'm really excited about, or I pull materials from my stash, which you'll see right here. So some of these inks, like the Fossilized Amber, I've had for a long time, as you can tell by that container. It's got some love. Now the Speckled Egg, and you'll see a Pink Fresh Studio ink, those are new to me. So I've gone ahead and I've blended things that I've had from my stash for a while that I really love and some new products. I did go ahead and fast forward through my stamping, as I am a pretty slow stamper and a nervous stamper at that, and that would be a little painful to watch. But as you can see, my stamping is not the most perfect stamping. I do like that distressed look, and honestly, the stamping is there to provide visual interest and to support the story that I'm trying to tell. I am not going for perfection when I was going to say stamping, but I'm going to say overall with my layouts, perfection is not what I'm aiming for. When I have a photo that is going across the 2 pages, I do like to put a piece of washi tape to go ahead and secure the 2 pages together to make sure that I match up the photo correctly and that it doesn't end up wonky at the end. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and embellish my layout. I have selected pieces from the 2 kits that I'm working from, and I pulled colors that match the existing color palette that I've got going on. I'm shortly going to adhere that cut file. I do use a specific fine lined glue applicator, which you'll see in just a moment here. I really do not consider myself a crafter who likes glue, but definitely that fine line application bottle is fantastic in the situations when I do need to use glue. And lastly here, outside of my journaling, which I'll go ahead and do off camera because once again that's not super interesting to watch being filmed, is adding these enamel dots. I am obsessed with enamel dots, y'all. It was the glitter enamel dots in this kit from Cocoa Daisy, and now it is these ones from Citrus Twist. I'm obsessed with these colors. Enamel dots are a fantastic way to add that pop of color and texture without being too bulky and overwhelming. I really love how this once again just pulls in all these colors that I'm so glad that I decided to go with. As I wrap up the final details, I want to thank you for joining me for today's process video. Don't forget today's tip to utilize batch processing to help jumpstart your crafty time and actually create those traveler's notebook layouts that you've been wanting to create. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you're interested to see more of my process, I'm going to go ahead and add a link to a Traveler's Notebook process video here at the end cards. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, take care, and I hope that you carve out some crafty time for you.